Drum snobs, adjust your speakers accordingly.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tashir Rasay. I am the creator and instructor over at ComputerMusicAcademy.com. And welcome back to the Computer Music Academy, or CMA, interview podcast. This is where I introduce people that I'm really fond of, I highly respect and appreciate, and I'm trying to get you to do the same. In today's episode, a gentleman I have known for a few years now, via Twitter, via Facebook, via his music, via our connections to each other, a gentleman who represents Pittsburgh. He is Berg verified, as it says on his Twitter account. I think it's on your Facebook too.
Yeah.
He has been banging out some incredible stuff. I am a big fan of his, and we actually got some connections that we're going to talk about very shortly. But it gives me great pleasure to bring my man to the stage, Shade Cobain.
Man, peace.
Family, what is good, man?
Oh, man, living, man, just living, trying to get some kinks out on a couple projects, trying to get them through.
Right.
Man, just trying to live that 9-to-5 life too, so it's hard right now, man. It's just,
See, trust me, I know. Luckily, I feel like I'm in a pretty okay position because I've stopped the 9-to-5 life a couple years back, but I still know the hustle.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, man.
I still wake up every day and grind out. But dog, we finally get a chance to talk. Like, not only have we been trying to coordinate, this interview thing for months, but even beyond that, we just never got a chance to just kick it like this. It's always been on like Twitter or Facebook.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's definitely a pleasure to have you around, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, it feels good to finally get this through and man, just kick it with you, man.
For sure, man. Well, let's get it in, man. First and foremost, man, how's the married life treating you?
Man, it's teaching me a lot, man. It's teaching me as a person what I thought I knew I was. It's totally different, man. You got that word selfish, the word me, the word I.
It don't exist.
It don't exist no more, man. I learn every day.
Right.
Every single day, man. But it's a blessing though, man.
That's what's up. Yeah. So let's take it back real quick how I know this gentleman and why I asked that particular question. So, as many of you who watch this may or may not know, I used to be a rapper myself, and I actually am really good friends. I call them my brothers. I'm really cool peoples with the lyricists who are out of Port Huron in Michigan. Those are my peoples. Like, Shay, I don't even know if we even had this discussion. Those are my brothers. Those are my brothers right there, dude. Like, we have done many a show together. We've ate many a meal together, literally.
Oh, man.
So yeah, we were actually supposed to tour together a couple of times, but it just didn't work out. But that's my people. So out of that, you have Ryan B, who's more of the rugged, kind of, I don't want to say gangster, but he real just with it.
Yeah.
And then you got I don't want to classify him as the most lyrical, but his personality is like that Ill-Tone.
Yeah.
So Ill-Tone, me and Ill-Tone are the closest of the three. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he hit me up. He was like, "Yo, I'm working with this cat named Shade Cobain on this project. He sent me a few beats. We're gonna get something together." I'm like, "Word, Shade Cobain?" And I went and checked you out. I was like, "Yo, Shade Cobain." Okay. What's so funny about this? I was actually on Twitter and became cool with this young lady named Jillsworth, who at the time Ill-Tone introduced her as the manager, that she was like helping book shows and trying to get a tour and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And it just so happened, I didn't even know until a little bit later that Shade and Jillsworth were actually in a relationship and now they're married.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. Where should I begin? Should I begin with Tone or I should begin with Jill? I'll
Either
start
way.
with I'll start with Tone.
Okay.
Me and Jill, we was talking, being friends. She was going to manage me
Mm-hmm.
at the time, and she was like, "You have to hear this group," and I'm like, "All right," and it was the Lyricist.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, ooh. And first of all, everybody that knows me, I'm a big Detroit hip hop fan.
Word.
So
Okay.
it was just like Detroit, I'm automatically going to listen.
Right. Right.
And I was just blown away. And she just told Tone we should do something. And he was like, what's up? Sent Tone a few beats. And he just dropped the Blacktivity EP.
Wow.
And people loved it. And I'm like, yo, we gotta do an album. And he was like, cool. But I was doing 16 pads at the time, so
Right. Right.
I just like, what would I do with this dude? And I just poured my heart in, and that's Found in Translation, which we'll talk a little bit later about that.
Right. Okay.
And Jill's, she's probably the main reason why the world know me. She went hard for me.
Yeah, she did.
She
Well, before we go there, let me say this. Jill is actually, I don't know if she still runs it, but she ran this blog called Them Fighting Words for years.
Yes.
And I actually
Yes.
was participating, which me and her, we talked about this before. She was doing the thing called the Scrambled Crates, which was like a
Yeah.
monthly thing. She'll send out a sample to all the producers she was cool with. Hey, flip it, send it back, and we'll put the best ones on the site. So I got into that maybe like 2 or 3 times. And, I was like, okay, this is cool. I actually took that idea and changed it up a little bit to where we do our weekly homework assignment over at CMA.
Okay.
So, and I got her involved last year because she did the Latin music joint that we did.
Oh yeah.
She hit me up with those samples, boy. Whoo. Kill, she sent me some heat. Because Jill is a very, very beautiful, very proud Puerto Rican woman. And
yes, she is.
She knows, not only does she know hip hop like crazy, all kind of hip hop, but she knows music.
Yeah, man.
So that's my connection to Jill, and then now back to Shay.
Yeah, man, but yeah, she picked up on some projects I did here locally, like just sending out the sites, and she was like one of the first people that reached out and was like, yo, I'm feeling your music.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Yo, let's talk about it. And she called me, and since that conversation, we've been friends ever since.
Word.
We just like her knowledge of music, and it wasn't no phony groupie type knowledge, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
She was a woman that came to me, and nobody's came to me that way, and she loved me, loved the music.
Right.
And I ride with her forever. She's a genius. For people that don't know her, she's a genius.
Yes. And she is a very respectable, very stand-up, very intelligent woman, dude. That's what I really love about her. It's like the looks are there, and that's where everybody is gonna see first. But when you really when you look through the conversation that she has on Twitter or Facebook, or if you get into a conversation with her yourself, you get to see what she's really about. She's a real down woman, dude. And you pulled a heater over there, bro.
Yeah, man. Like big influence on music. Like there was the Shade before I met Jill, the Shade after. Like that's the biggest critic. Like the stuff you hear now.
Right.
It's her stamp. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I got you like it? You it's cool. All right, you think it's cool? Yeah. Before it was like I don't care what nobody thinks. This is what it is. Y'all gonna hear it, but big influence, man.
That's what's up, man. So it's been what? A little over a year now, right?
Going on 2-3 years. Yeah, 3 years. 3 years.
Well, as far as the marriage, though.
Yeah, 3 years for the marriage.
3 years for the marriage? Okay, I don't know why I thought it was only like a year ago. Okay.
Yeah, but time's been flying.
Man. Well, pardon me on that, bro. So that's what's up, man. So you out of Pittsburgh, man.
Yes, sir.
That's what's
Yes,
up. Born
sir.
and raised or transport?
Born and raised. I was the first child born in Pittsburgh. My family is from Jersey City, New Jersey.
Okay.
So they came here. I was born in. It's a proud city. I can tell you that. I love my city. The Pirates, Steelers,
Right.
Panthers, Penguins.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yeah, you are like, I mean, I know there's massive hip hop that comes out of Pittsburgh, but you are like the guy that I know from Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? And as far, especially on the production, you know, and we'll get into that in a little bit. Matter of fact, you must be like right near the sun because that joint is coming in further.
Yeah,
it's
man.
coming in a little bit.
Hold up.
Shining you out.
Yeah, man. I'm supposed to be shade. I don't know
Okay, there
what's
we
going
go.
on.
There we
There
go.
we go.
Yeah,
There we go.
that's a lot better. That Drake was like, shh.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, this dude, you make like, in my opinion, if this was 94 instead of 2014, duh, you would be like up there with Primo and Lord Finesse, Q-Tip, I mean, Havoc. You make some of the most bangingest, if I could call it boom bap. You make some of the best I have ever heard, dude. And it's crazy that you have that style now, and everybody is flocking to what you're doing, dude. What brought you to that? What made you stick to that?
It was just that I always wanted to put my spin to boom bap. I've been making beats for a while, and as the sound changed, I saw some of my friends here change with the music. I'm like, well, yo, I can't do it. I'm gonna just stay with this boom bap, but I'm gonna try and incorporate what's going on now.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I just kept that spirit of Primo, Dilla, and like, what would they do now? And I'm that channel. That's why I channel myself. What would they do now? And I just get into that zone. Like, this is what I want to hear when I was 16 years old.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's just me. I just want to hear what I wanted to hear then.
Right.
I want to produce that type of music. Period.
That's what I'm talking about, because you know, now I'm a little bit more versatile with my stuff. But that's my era right there. For anybody, because I know me and you around the same age. For anybody they call themselves a true hip hop head or a fan or whatever, and you came up during that era, you might appreciate some of the stuff that's going on right now. You might even appreciate like some of the early to mid 80s, that kind of stuff, or even like the early 2000s. But the 90s in general, yo, that's where I live. That's where I will always have my deepest appreciation, man.
Yeah, man. That was the era where, like, production wise, producers opened up our ears to like new things. It made us want to listen to jazz. They want us to find out more soul than just Motown. You know what I mean?
Right.
We had to find, got into rock a little bit more, and with that we found our own ear with just 8 seconds of music. You know what I'm saying? So I will always love that era, because that was the time that it made me want to explore a whole lot more than music than just what was thrown at me, more than just top 40.
Right.
And to be honest with you, I'm still learning. You know what I mean? Every day I'm still listening and trying to find, and just, you know what I mean? Music is infinite, and that era taught us that, man. It taught us that.
Exactly, dude. That's crazy. So now that we went there, let's step back a little bit. If the 90s is like, our greatest appreciation, that's what brought you to do what you're doing today. Who was like your major influences?
Dilla.
Okay.
Pete Rock.
Yes.
Larry Smith. I have to go further. Yeah, I gotta go further.
Whoa. Nobody ever names Larry Smith, and I don't know how.
Man, Larry Smith started to
Yeah.
that alone, man. Marley Marl,
Yeah.
Ness Spinner.
Oh, DJ Spinner.
Yeah, man.
That's another
Nobody.
one you never hear.
Yeah, you never hear it. Prince Paul.
Mm.
And, I mean, there's so
he
many
hitting me
like
right now. He is hitting me right now.
Bomb Squad, Said G,
Yes, yes.
and I mean the list goes on. And there's like a couple of newer cats that I'm like, yeah, that like like the early Kanye was
Right.
like that dude.
Right. That's true.
Ayatollah is hella nice. Ninth Wonder, Black Milk. You know what I mean?
See, that's why me and this dude get along so well. We got the same interests, damn near, man. It's like the same people in the list, man. You know, there's one person that I've spoke out a lot for that nobody ever names when it comes to like the greatest producer list or whatever. Actually, it's two, but one in particular, Eric Sermon.
Yo, me and Jills always talk about Eric Sermon all the time. Like, he is so he had different styles for his artists. Like the production he did for Redman, it's not the production he did for Keith. It wasn't the production he did when he was with EPMD.
Right.
That sound alone, that's that pre-Madlib loop sound, dirty lo-fi sound. Nobody wants to talk about how Eric Sermon was just grimy, just with the loops.
Yes,
and
dude.
Dirty loops and stuff, man. But Eric Sermon definitely
dude.
on the list. Definitely.
Yeah, dude. Because I have to name him like for the East Coast. And then when I go West Coast, another cat that you never hear anybody name, and I don't know how, is DJ Quick.
Oh, I do you.
They never talk about DJ Quick, and I got to throw Battle Cat in there too.
Man, Battle Cat, Quick, DJ Pooh.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
all that stuff
man.
he did for Too Short?
Yeah. Oh, Ed Banks.
Ed Banks?
Dangerous Crew. Who is Chris the Glove with Ice-T? Oh, man. Oh, Alcoholics. Wait a minute. Who did Alcoholics? It was Pooh, E. Swift. Man. It was,
bad. Yeah.
Quick,
I'm with you 300%.
Quick is a musician. I don't even throw him in hip hop anymore.
Yeah.
Like, that dude is a pure musician.
Yes, sir.
That dude can do whatever he wants to do.
Yes.
And he don't get his due. He really don't.
I don't understand it though. He got hits. Same with Eric Sermon. He got hits. How do these dudes never come up in the conversation? And we're talking about people who are from our same era, our same age. How do you not name them two? I don't understand that.
Do you think that it's because they was MCs? They put themselves as MCs first, production second, and then when we got caught up in the production, it was probably too late to, you know what I mean, mention them as producers.
But you know what, people they mentioned Q-Tip, and we know Tip was him, Ali Shaheed Muhammad. You know, was the early days of Tribe, and then they brought Dilla in later. They still bring up Tip. Havoc raps.
Yeah.
You know,
Lord Crow.
Yeah.
Another one.
Finesse.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? That they all rap, so I don't understand why it's any different for them.
I don't know. That's a good one. That is a good one.
All right, well, to be continued, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, maybe because of Dre. Dre is gonna always be that catalyst of it, and let's be honest, Dre always overshadowed Quick within that whole career.
True, but Quick held it down, man.
Yes, he did.
I still don't understand. I don't. I don't. Well, to be continued on that, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, cool, man. What was the what or who actually inspired you? Well, let's just say, let's go here. Let's say what event or moment or song actually made you say, all right, I'm about to make this happen as a producer, or at least a beat maker, whatever.
Ooh. Oh, it had to be. Oh, it had to be Benita Applebaum era.
Oh.
We had a producer here in Pittsburgh named DJ Super C,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like the main dude here with beats, and he sat there and redid the beat on the ASR like right in front of our faces, and I was like, I gotta do that, I gotta do that, I gotta do that, and then like I just kept on MCing until one day I got me a little bit of change and was like, can I buy one of those machines off you? Sold me a machine, talking about, yeah, I'm gonna give you some drums. Dude didn't give me no drums. That's why that started my fascination with drums.
Okay.
Sewing machine with no drums. But
What-
he was Benita Applebaum, DJ Super C's remake,
Whoa.
live remake of it was like the spark of it all.
So what was that first machine? The first piece of gear.
Sonic EPS.
Oh,
16.
nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, later
Yeah.
on, I started out with an Akai. Well, this was when I first started making beats. This wasn't when I first started sampling. I had a Boss DR550.
Ah, Dr. Rhythm.
Yes, dude.
Yeah.
That was my first
Oh.
actual drum machine, and I had it MIDI'd up to a old Casio keyboard.
Yeah.
I'm so you sound like you're familiar with that joint. I
Oh
don't know
yeah.
if you remember, but at that time, this was early '90s. I was either coming out of middle school, going into high school, either way. But yeah, at the time, you know, it was hot to have like 808s kicks and stuff on your sounds.
Yup.
The DR550 did not have any 808 kicks. So I don't know if I've ever told this story. What I used to do is I took the low tom and I pitched it down so I could have somewhat of that low end boom, dog.
Yeah.
But later
Yeah.
on, when I got to sampling, my first sampler was an Akai S20. It was basically
Okay.
an MPC with just the sampler, not the sequencing.
Yep.
And I had that MIDI to a Roland XP50 workstation, and I was working with that for a while. And you know, as I was telling you earlier in the year, you know, 2001, somebody broke in my house and took all my gear, and
Mhm.
I was actually working valet at the time, so I was actually getting money on a daily basis, and I saved up some change and I started buying new stuff within 6 months. The first like integrated sampler sequencer I bought was an Asonic ASR-X, the black
That was-
box.
Oh man,
So
that was a nice piece.
yeah, I got that. I went from the black box to the red box, and then I finally got the MPC 2000. And this was like around my pops passed in 2002. So this was like maybe not even 6 months after he passed. That's when I first got my first MPC and started really
Okay.
understanding. You know, I was already chopping and whatnot, but that was when
Okay.
I really all started to come together. I was able to use that a little bit better than the Ensonics, but I got mad respect for Ensonic because the ASR-10, the EPS, the ASR-X,
Yeah,
those were some damn good machines, man.
very good machines. Man, I would love to get another disk drive for my EPS.
Oh, you still got it?
Oh yeah,
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. yeah. I got it at my grandma's, chilling in the attic, just sitting there waiting for a disk drive. Like man, but
That's crazy.
man, but I gotta ask you a question. I heard that you said that you got robbed. I went through that situation.
Yeah.
How did you do it? Like, I'll say that first 48 hours. How did you, like, my
Dog.
gear is gone.
Dude,
like-
I was, as I'm sure you were, I was distraught. I was destroyed. I was,
Man.
my mind state was not, I wasn't sane for, like you said, those first 48, 72 hours. Oh my God. It was just, I I was working a job at the time, and I don't know if I had a girlfriend at the time, and I was playing video games, you know, the same as I do now. But
Yeah, yeah.
music is and always has been the main thing for me. And it's crazy. I was just talking with one of my boys who's actually a part of CMA yesterday, seeing Cooking Mystery Jazz. We were just talking about that. Like, dude, if I can't do music, what am I supposed to do? And that, you know, those 6 months that I didn't have anything were the worst I have ever experienced in my life, dude. So that's when y'all was talking about that, I hit you up like, I know from experience, man. Just how did you survive, bro?
It was the worst. It was the worst time probably in my life. It wasn't like, you know what I mean, the computer shut down or, you know what I mean, the MP was broken down. It was like, I will never see none of this again.
Right.
And just to take a lot of memories. Like, the music wasn't just a batch of music or equipment. That was memories, period. And you just take it away, and I'm like, I will never get that back.
Right.
And like, that first 48 was like, well, how can I start new memories?
Right.
How can I get that started? And it was hard for the first 48, man. I was just like, yo, I don't know what to do.
Man.
Like, this is the craziest, but bounce back. That's the most important thing. Because both of these stories, like, it was a bounce back period, and this summer is going to just show that I'm stronger. Like, everything that happened, I'm able to come out with 2 projects. This summer. That's the greatest.
Now the joint that you sent me the other day, what's that? Is that just a special batch, or that's one of the joints that's getting ready to come out?
No, that's just a special batch.
Okay.
Like,
which was heat, by the way.
Oh, man,
nothing but heat.
It was just a special batch to give out to people. Like, I'm back. This is official. You ain't gonna be no breaks.
Right.
You might get a lot of them. Like, once a month, you might get a special batch of beats just thrown at you, and it's just for y'all to enjoy and listen to, and just wait for the next stuff that I come out with.
Right.
So, man, it was just a love shot to everybody that love my sound and love me as a person.
Right.
And I just gave back.
Dude, yeah, because you bring it, dog. You really, really bring it. So before I go where other places I want to go, we got to go here real quick since we stopped at gear for a second. Let's talk about the evolution of gear that you've been through. So you started out with the EPS. Where'd you go from there?
I went from the EPS to the Triton.
Ooh.
Then I got on the SP303.
Okay, rolling joint.
Yep, which is my favorite.
The 303?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. It's something about looping, like something I don't do now a lot, but that's like a looper's dream. And then I got on the MPC, and I never turned back until a homie that you have to check out, Adasa Tart, like young dude from Pittsburgh.
Okay.
He came at me like, Shade, you should go digital for a minute.
Right.
And he got me on FL and Reason.
Okay.
For a while. And I first thought, you know what I mean, it was corny, like, nah, but I can really interpret my sounds with less gear. I could try to do it now with the plugins and do all that. And I don't have to worry about taking over a bedroom to get all this, get one sound across.
Yeah.
So shout out to Adasa Tarek with that. And now I'm just, after the robbery, I'm strictly digital now.
That's what's up.
FL11 and Reason and MPD.
That's what's up, man. Well, hey, congrats for getting back on your feet, because when I listened to that joint you sent me the other day, I'm like, okay, this dude is back. And he never left, but he's definitely back now. So yeah, props on that, man, for real, man. Yeah, because, you know, I don't know if me and you even really talked about like gear and stuff like that before, but you you know, I was on the hardware until 2005.
Okay.
Yeah, because I used to work. I think I told you that. So I used to work for Guitar Center.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when I first got there, I wasn't making any money at all, dude. So I ended up selling my MPC, my 2000 that I had. I ended up selling that just so I could pay rent. And after that, I was without. And I just happened to, I was there one day. It was right after the Christmas rush. It was like in January, I believe. This would have been at 06 at this point. And went in one day after my off day. I went into the studio and sat down at one of the computers, and I saw these, you know, these little icons. Like, what the hell is this? And it was like battery. One said contact. One said reactor. I was like, what is this crap? Opened up battery. And saw all these squares and grids and whatnot. I'm like, what is this? And I just accidentally, I hit one of the typing keys on the keyboard, and I heard a snare. Changed my life. Like, wait a minute, you can do this in software? And dude, from that point on, I actually started getting plugins, and I actually got I got into Ableton Live. I've been using Ableton since then. I was a very, very early adopter of Machine, because coming from hardware, you know, even when you deal with the computer, you still want to have some kind of tactile or real hardware feel. So I was a very early adopter of Machine, and of course, Machine is, you know, both of them have kind of paid my bills for the last few years, because people, you know, they come to me for tutorials and stuff like that. But now that you are, I said that to bring it to here. Now that you are in the virtual world, would you ever consider going back, or are you, or now that you're here, are you spoiled?
Woo! Yo, producers out there, I have saved much money. I don't buy no floppies. I don't buy extra gear. Yo, I buy the software, and if I can get some free plugins, so be it.
Right.
I don't think I will go back into hardware unless it's some case of show and prove.
Right.
If somebody's like, yo, a beat battle or something, I'll get on an MPC.
Right.
But for production, no. No. I will go digital forever.
Right.
Took that pill, I'm in it forever.
You know what's so crazy though, because you know I'm listening to you now, and it's like the exact same situation with me. Is I've had moments in my life of loss, so to speak, if not loss, just evolution, and where I had to leave something behind and move on to the next phase of my life, or whatever, transition or whatever. And you know, getting robbed was one of those, to where I finally got some good equipment. Having to sell my equipment so I could actually, you know, pay the rent. But then I found the virtual stuff, you know, and that brought me into virtual instruments and software, you know, computer music, the stuff that I do now. That brought me to this point now. And I think it's you know, whether you whether you believe in God or the universe, the powers, or you don't at all, but I think that's all a part of it, of the evolution. That's how it's supposed to be, dude.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, people are afraid of change, but change can be good, dude. Change can be very good.
Like, cats will sit there and say, oh, Serato and the crates, and I'll say it to a DJ in a heartbeat. If you're rocking a show, do you want to carry those extra 20 crates with you?
Right.
No. Do you want to have those tag-alongs that just want to be around you because you got those records just to get in for their own personal gain? No.
Right.
Serato is access.
Right.
I'm sorry. You load up your jams, your 20 crates into your hard drive.
Right.
3 pounds.
Right.
Take that and your coffin, and you're set.
Right. And that's the thing that's some people, I don't know if they still understand that yet, even though this stuff has been around for years at this point. They still don't understand that you can still use your turntables or your CD decks You can
Yeah.
still be a purist in that phase, you know, or in that
Yeah.
aspect. But yeah, get up on some Serato or Tractor or whatever else it is. Or, you know,
Hmm.
for now, which a lot of people, I can understand why they have an issue with that. But now, you know, there's a lot of, for the lack of a better term, kids coming up who are buying just
Hmm.
little controllers to do
You
DJing
know.
with. You know,
Yeah.
that's okay. You know what I'm saying? But eventually, I think you want to get into the realness. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Exactly. You have to get some turntables and got to show that skill. You gotta flick that fader a couple times. You gotta wear that fader out.
Right.
You gotta wear some vinyl in. I mean, get the vinyl. You know what I'm saying? Go back and forth. Do what you like.
Right.
But that controller stuff, that's cool if you're only not trying to be seen.
Right.
That's one thing I feel about the shortcuts and everything. Don't try to go to forefront. Try to go on stage, rock a party, and you're coming out with a controller. I'm not gonna. I don't care what you play. You can play the top 50 greatest hip hop songs of all time.
Right.
I'm not gonna take you that seriously as a DJ.
Right.
Music provider, probably.
Right.
DJ, no.
So since you brought that up, let me ask you this question. I know you are like, and let me step back to your style and why I really like you, because like I said, you got that 90s boom bap kind of feel, but you will sample anything.
Yeah.
And flip it and turn it into that style, your style. You would Cobain it, so to speak, and kill it. So that being said, are you a digger as far as you at the record store, or are you a virtual digger?
I'm both.
Okay.
I'm both. Like, I go to the record store at least 3 times a month. Go to Jerry's, get my fingers dusty, I grab that. But there's some records I can't afford.
Right.
And if I can get that online, I'll get it.
Right.
But as for just sampling anything, sometimes I'm like, some people get into that part, you have to sample this to be that. You gotta do this. And I'm like, it doesn't matter if I have a Mickey Mouse soundtrack left in my person. If that's all I have to make music with, I'm going to make music with that.
Right.
And it's just that's why I just try to sample whatever is out there. And lately I've been sampling a lot of 90s soul. If you heard it on that beat tape.
Exactly. That's what I was going to bring up.
A lot of 90s music on there, and I'm like, that's the new soul.
Dude, because
right now, I feel like cats should be trying to practice with. That's crates now. That's old school.
That's true.
Let's fuck with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Because was one of the standouts on that joint to me. It was two, but one of them was you actually flipped one of my favorite Michael Jackson songs of all time, and that's Butterflies. Oh boy. What you did with that, quality.
Man.
And then this dude sampled Brandy, Full Moon. Like, word? And you know what's so funny about, now that it just hit me, what's so funny about both of them songs, they were produced by the same dude.
Yeah.
Rodney Jerkins.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That just hit me.
Yeah, now I'm thinking about it too. Like, and I love Rodney Jerkins, man.
Oh,
He's
God.
like, he was like he was killing it. He was killing it.
Dude, that dude was killing it in his day.
Man, and the Brandy joint, Full Moon is just one of my favorite songs. I was like, one day I'm sitting there and I've got my drums knocking and I'm like, I need something, and I'm just thinking about, you know what, I'm going to Brandy.
Right.
Sat there, listened to the song like 4 times and took what I wanted and played around with it, and that was it.
That's nuts, yo. That's nuts, man. If it's how can I ask this? Favorite genre, because I know you're all over the board. Favorite genre to flip.
Prog rock.
Really? Okay.
Prog rock.
Okay.
Yeah. It's something about when they go on that little tangent, when they get all with the strings and the hard guitar. you could just sound bend it forever, like just chop and do whatever with prog rock, and the melodies and the arrangements are great. So
Wow.
every time I get a chance to just chop one, I try not to make it easy because that'll be the easiest thing to go to for me.
Right.
If you ever hear a rock thing, you'll know he made a little lazy beat because I'll just go to prog rock instantly.
You have
But yeah,
is there
prog rock.
is there a particular group or a number of groups that you always mess with in prog rock?
Woo, I would say my favorite. I say Kansas.
Kansas. That's
Jill.
crazy.
Jill put me on to Kansas.
Yo, I have some Kansas records, dude. That this was I haven't it hasn't been lately, but I remember like when I first got my ASR and then later on my MPC, I picked up some Kansas records. I was at a yard sale, and this guy sold me 2 banana crates that are about this long.
Yeah.
2 banana crates and one regular half crate full of records. And I only paid maybe like $50 in them.
Ooh.
Yeah, I still got both of those crates and that smaller crate today. But he had some Kansas records in there, and back then I just wasn't in the right state of mind. I wasn't able to flip it. I need to go back and mess with some Kansas. Then again,
we'll talk later about Kansas.
Then I was about to say, then again, maybe I shouldn't because I know you all over it.
Man, we'll talk later. No, I'm willing to share anytime, man.
Okay.
Man,
that's nuts, dude. That's nuts, man. What's the least favorite genre? Yeah, I'll say least favorite. Least favorite, really? Because everybody else has done it.
Yep.
I got it. I got you.
And it's like there's so much you can do with it now, and it's soul to me right now it's a cop out. Period. Like if you want to make some soulful beats, let's just go to soul. And I'm like,
right.
How many you gotta really dig now to get an original soul record? That period. Like I feel like us as producers leave it alone because there's a lot of other music that got soul in it.
Right, exactly.
Looking for.
and like you said, I think it is a cop out because so many people they know. I've actually followed several like hip hop channels and on Twitter and on YouTube and stuff like that. And I like digging shows and interview, kind of like what we're doing right now, kind of like a behind the music kind of thing for producers. And it's funny because so many people have said, I hit the record store, I go straight for the one with the afros, straight for the record with the afros on it. Like, word. And so many people, like you said, have actually said that's a cop out.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Now I go to the record store, I'm just grabbing for something that I had never seen. Right. That's really it now. Like, I've never seen this. Let me check it out. There's gotta be something on there. There gotta be some gems. But I used to be one of them. Go in the record store, let me hit the soul. Grabbing up every little record I can. Little 45 I never heard of.
Right. Totally understandable. So let me ask you this then. Are you when you are in the shops, well, first off, are you going to a shop or are you doing secondhand stores like a Salvation Army?
I'm going to Jerry's record shop first of all.
Okay.
That's the first. I have to go to the world's famous.
Okay.
And then anywhere that has vinyl in it. Pittsburgh got gems that you can find vinyl absolutely anywhere that's thrift. And you just find anything. I mean, I don't know if you've seen a post of mine, but I'm a polka music king. That's for Sam. Yeah, to grab and finds it.
That's nuts, yo. I'm pretty sure I've heard it, but I've never actually, really focused in on that. Wow, that's nuts. So when you are digging, when you are at Jerry's, you a full price guy or you a dollar bin guy? No judgment, but just wondering.
Oh man, it depends on how I feel that day.
Thank you.
It depends. Man, dollar bin, if I want to go out the store feeling like I did something, I'm going to spend $50 in the dollar bin. I'm going to leave out with something I know that I'm going to use right then and there. And look, I'm going to resell it. And
Right.
then I'm going to spend. But it just all depends.
Yeah.
Dollar bin is your man's best friend.
True indeed, dude. And there's some joints in the dollar bins. There's some joints like, you go to Salvation Army, because now, at least the ones in Michigan, the couple that are by my house, you go in there now, and I think is it 2 or is it 4 for $1 now?
Ooh. Ooh.
Last I checked, it's been a couple months since I've been, but last I checked, I think it was either 2 for $1 or 4 for $1. I want to say 2 for $1.
Ooh.
So I went in there with like $20 and I did pretty good.
Wow, that's sweet.
And they actually had like some decent stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But that's the one thing I'm pretty sure from digging, you always gonna see like Herb Alpert and Dolly Parton.
Nelly. Floating the ring.
Exactly.
I know. Get on.
So let's bring it up, man. So you and Scoop, as I call it, you and Illtone hooked up, man, and you got the first project out, which incredible, excellent job on that. And now the second joint it's out now, right?
No, we're doing pre-orders right now. It comes out May 27th.
Okay, cool.
Right, and right now you do a pre-order, you get the single. You're able to download "Can You Dig It?"
Okay,
which is the feature single, and
that's the one. That's not the one. No. What's the one that you guys just did the video for?
"Can You Dig It?"
Okay,
that's the one.
Okay, yeah, because that's the one. That's the story joint where he had like 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah,
that's dope.
Yeah. That's very dope. Very dope.
That's sickening, man. So, you know what? It's another place I got to go with you real quick. But before we go there, how did the whole Blacktivity thing? Because I know the connection was Jill, but how did Blacktivity come up? That's dope.
It was after that EP. Tone was just like, man, we should just be a group,
right? And
I'm like, that'll be great because that'll give me a chance to work with an MC, because I don't work with a lot of MCs anymore.
Right.
So it was like, all right. What we gonna call it? And we were just sitting there going back and forth. And he was like, Blacktivity. And I'm like, yeah,
Blacktivity.
yeah. And he was like, he's like, right now, because we met during down periods of our lives and everything. He's like, we're gonna bounce back, and I'm like,
exactly.
That's when that Found in Translation was on its way. I gotta send you an advance copy of that too.
Okay,
by the way.
Done deal, man. Please, because
after you're done with this, I'm gonna send it to you. Scoot ain't gonna get mad at all. So,
no. Bet not.
Not.
I would drive to Scoot's house. It's about an hour and a half away, but I would drive to Scoot's house. Hey.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know, you have this incredible theme, I guess you could say, that you have stuck true to for as long as I've known you, you and known about your music. The theory. What's the theory behind the theory, dog? I'm listening.
Oh man. The theory behind the theory. Everybody has a thought. But nobody sticks to a thought. Their thoughts. I put a theory behind my thoughts to let you know that it's certified approved. I ain't gonna change it for nothing.
Right.
And since people was real big on back and forth on Twitter, it was just like, theory was like my explanation point. I'm done. I don't want to talk about it no more. It's my theory. I'm not changing it. Right. And then when I incorporated it into music, it was just exactly what it was. How I seen that theory at that time, like anti-love theory.
Right.
I was against love.
Right.
This is why.
Right, exactly.
And I told a story with that, and the theory was just like my explanation point on what was the subject at hand. That's it. I don't want to hear no more to it.
End of conversation.
Yeah.
Because you've actually released a few Theory
hmm
projects, and you got a
hmm
nice amount of projects out, dude.
Yeah, yeah. I, that's why I'm mad. I slowed down. I was on a spree, like yeah, dropping them
Like
just.
every couple months, you had something new out. And I think you know him. I could be wrong, but you remind me of my man Doc Illingsworth.
I know, Doc.
Yeah,
I know,
Doc
Doc.
is people's. As a matter of fact, he's the first person I did an interview with for for
Okay.
CMA. But Doc
Yeah.
is like every month or every couple of months, new project. I'm getting emails from
hmm
Bandcamp like, damn.
hmm
you are
Yeah.
you are like the same type of dude. That's crazy, man.
Yeah. I had to stop. I had to stop because life was kicking in. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
I wasn't married, and I had that time just to be in the lab, just coming up with stuff like, all right, I'm coming with this, and then just dropping it. And now getting older, thought plans like I'm gonna do it like this, do it like that,
Right.
and then I'll just go crazy a season. So every summer, spring, summer,
Mhm.
that's all you're gonna see is me every year. So I'm just now gear up.
Okay. Okay. See, now that's a good transition. So
hmm
first off, how many beats are you working on? Are you working on in a week? Because I know you're fairly quick with what you do, and you do a
hmm
great job of what you do.
hmm I'll say at least if the time permit,
Wow.
six a week.
So almost one per day, like 1.5 days. Wow.
hmm hmm
Wow. That's pretty good.
hmm
And then now you can pick an error, whether it's the hardware error or now it's the new
hmm
software error.
hmm
What's the process?
The software era is the same way as the hardware.
Hmm.
It's just that I listen to music every day. Like after I get off, I'm going to listen to music, and there's always something like, oh, I want to try that,
Right.
and then I'll just go and try it. 9 out of 10, all it is just a chop
Right.
for like at least a day. It's just a chop just going on for a day.
Right. Right.
The next day I'll come back to it, wonder where I'm gonna go with it, start adding drums to it, and then the rest just comes after. Like, all right, it's time to do a hook chorus to it, and do the chorus bar. It just starts flowing, but
Right.
it always starts with a chop, with a spark of a song that I heard like in the store or something. I'll hear Bee Gees play. Like, you know what?
Ooh, you don't even mention the Bee Gees. Bee Gees got joints, man.
Yeah,
Ooh.
like I'm gonna chop that Bee Gees up. Oh. And then I get home, and that's the first thing. Like, all
Okay.
right,
Okay.
I
So
gotta
I'm
get it
real
done.
quick. I know this is your best friend in those
Uh huh.
situations. I know
Uh
this is your best friend
huh.
because anytime I'm out and I hear something, hold on. what's the joint? Oh, I can't think of the app.
uh,
Oh, why can't I think of it right now?
soundtracking.
It's another one, but oh, dude, I gotta. I'll tell you exactly. 1 minute. Shazam.
Oh,
I'm on
oh,
Shazam heavy, dude.
yeah,
As soon
yeah,
as I hear something I've never heard before, man, what is that? Doug,
yeah,
Doug, it doesn't stop.
yeah. I was just a Sam head for a minute. I was, and then I had soundtracking, and then that was able to do that too on there, and I was like, oh yeah, that was a great invention.
Dog, like the illest, because I'll be sitting here. Matter of fact, I was watching. This was last fall. I was watching. I was sick for like 3 weeks, and in
Mhm,
those couple of weeks, I actually watched all of the entire series of Breaking Bad, with the exception of the current season
mhm.
at that point.
Okay.
And they had some joints that was playing like at the end of it. I'm like, yo, hold it up to the speaker.
Mhm. Mhm.
Dog.
Mhm.
Yeah, see, that's why I like this dude. We right here.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man,
Definitely.
so besides Tone, man, who's some other people you've actually done some beats for and worked with?
I worked with a couple of artists. Divine Seven. He's
Okay.
from Pittsburgh. John Quest. He's a up and comer in the
Okay.
underground scene from here from Pittsburgh. Beatty, that he's another up and comer from Pittsburgh. Y'all hear a lot from him pretty soon.
Okay.
He was Mac Miller's ex partner.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So now he's about to do his thing.
Speaking of,
Um,
real quick, speaking of Mac Miller, what's your thoughts on dude?
all right, I'm about to put it out there. Mac Miller is one of the greatest in our city. He was before he's one of the dopest in our city.
Hmm.
He's repping our city well.
Hmm.
I think he's not giving no problems. He's not looking like you know what I mean, a young idiot like some of these entertainers are.
Right.
I just feel that Mac he's doing what he always did. He was an MC first.
Right.
And if anybody get to listen to his lyrics, you could tell that he knows his history of hip hop. He's not one of those dudes that just found hip hop when Eminem
Right.
came along. Dude knows his stuff. And that's coming firsthand, that knows the dude personally, not no fan saying, oh, Max this. No, I know the dude personally.
Right.
Mac is hip hop is hip hop is.
It
that's
is.
that's just from here. Coming from Pittsburgh and being a fan of the guy. So
That's it. I like to hear that. That's exactly what I was hoping to hear. But you know, everybody got their own opinions and whatnot. And I'm not even going to front like I'm like a fan or I've heard a ridiculous amount of music. I just know his name is out there, you know, over these last few years because of his buzz and his grind or whatever it is. And because he's white, then everybody wants to write him off, you know, and you know, call it whatever it is, like the resurgence of white folks, as you said. After
Exactly.
Eminem got on, now everybody's white and everybody's rapping, and everybody's rapping the suburbs, and it's cool. That's fine,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
be skillful. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And he's one of those dudes that's skills first, everything else.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
So we covered who you worked with before
Mm-hmm.
and are working with.
Mm-hmm.
Who would you
Oh,
like to
I
work
got
with?
more.
You got
Oh,
more?
I have more.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's go.
Oh man, I worked with Drez of Black Sheep.
How did I miss
And
that?
oh, it's on the Eventon album. It's called Rock On with Drez and Jerobi of a track called Quest.
How the
Yes,
hell did I
sir.
miss that?
I don't know. Maybe I wasn't twittering hard enough about it.
Oh, I gotta go
But
hear that.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
just realistically, that's so funny because just yesterday I watched Drez, I think it's called Bars in the Booth or something like that. That DJ Premier series.
Okay.
I just
Okay.
watched him and he murdered his verse, dude. That dude is still like he 17 years old or whatever.
Man,
He's
he's
killing
he's still rocking it. He is still rocking it. And Star from MF Doom's family.
Oh, okay.
She does Empress Star. She did Still Dope on the Born Like This album on the Doom female. I worked with her. Did a jam with her.
Whoa. Yeah, so you working, bruh. You working.
Yeah, man.
So now that we got that out the way,
Yeah.
who would you like to work with? Who do you know for a fact that y'all got locked in the studio? No, even before I go there, who do you know needs to be over your beats that you're going to bring the best out of them?
I don't want to bring the best out of them. I want them just to compliment me, and that's Black Thought, Roots.
Oh,
I want to work with Black Thought. I want to work with Blue. Blue is so dope. Even Kendrick Lamar, like that. To hear him over some, I
Right.
know he can bring it.
Yeah, that dude is nasty.
And for my ignorant side, me and Sean Price, man. Give me Sean Price.
Dude.
That's it. And Fonte.
Oh,
bro.
dog. You just named names. You just dropped some real heaters right there. That's incredible, dude. I love Fonte. Of course I love Black Thought. I mean, if you consider yourself ahead and you consider yourself liking lyrics, how do you not like Thought?
He's one of the goats that
ever.
we never say.
Yes.
We never say that he's a goat, but deep in our hearts, Black Thought is one of the illest MC that ever touched the mic and has been the most consistent since Organics to present day on that Pharaoh Munch jam. The dude has been consistent. He's never left me like hanging with bars. Never.
This dude knows exactly what he's talking about. That's why I got love for you, bro.
Man, I'm still a student, man. That's it. Like
this dude is just dropping heaters through this whole interview, just dropping heaters. Oh, yes, dude. Yes, man. So we've gone through all of that, man. We've gone through the past. We've gone through the present. What's up with the future, man?
More music, man. Just more music. Trying to just tour. Yeah, I'm trying to tour. Me and Tone trying to get together and get this Blacktivity like as the actual group and just try playing this tour out. I can't promise nothing right now, but the thoughts and the plans are just out there. Me and Tone's been talking as of late, and we about to put this Blacktivity. It's about to be a little independent hip hop household name.
As it should be, because rightfully so, dude, because I've always loved Tone as a lyricist, the group member and the MC. Tone is my man. And then when he introduced me to your stuff, and at this point we talking like 3-4 years back. This is before y'all even did anything together. Well, at least I hadn't heard.
Yeah.
And he just put me onto your stuff, and I'm like, really? Because your style, dude, I'm not even about to go into that, go down that field, man. But when you guys came together and did the first Blacktivity joint, or the first couple of songs, because he let me hear a couple, and then I got the joint later.
Yeah,
it's like the perfect marriage, dude. It's that it to me, it's Primo and Guru. You know what I'm saying? It's you guys put it together very well. And I know y'all really don't get a chance to work together, like in the same place, but it almost feels like you did. It almost feels like y'all posted up in the same studio for however long it took and put it together, dude. And that's props on all of that. Everything I've heard from the both of you is just nuts, man.
I can say on the new album, it was just really on some what would Tone say to this beat. And it's just trying to take what I've heard from him, you know what I'm saying, and try to incorporate it. It wasn't like, here, Tone, here's a batch of beats, right to it. It was like Tone would give me a theme, and I'm like, okay. And we just dug deep with each other, and I know once we work together, it might blow the other stuff that we did way out the water, because the chemistry is already there.
Man, yes, it is there, dude. I'm so happy that one pen that connected you came together, dude. Seriously. So props to Jill for that. Straight up, dude. Props to Jill for putting y'all together. Props to Jill for taking you in, or you taking her, however it was. And dude, man, mad love to both of you, and your union, man. I'm happy to see that. And I think I said this when y'all got married. I think I said it in a one of y'all posts or whatever. I was like, it's good to see, colored folk, so to speak, in love with each other, and you can tell it's genuine, straight up, dude.
Yeah, man, it's nothing fake. Even though people used to think that was fake, like, nah, this is we go through it, and without her, it wouldn't be none of this madness right now, because she keeps the madness going.
Right.
Like when I be sitting there, like, I don't know. No, this is what you need to do. All right. And I just, like, that's man.
And see, you see, you know what? My wife is the same way to me. You know, if it wasn't for her, Lord knows if I would even be alive right now.
Exactly.
You know, I definitely wouldn't have this house. I wouldn't have these kids. I wouldn't be in this position doing what I do right now if it wasn't for her love and her support. Straight up.
Exactly.
She is the background, but the backbone. But what I was going to say about Jill knows music. Jill knows beats. And dude, I already know what those conversations are like in the house. I can only imagine. Like, oh yeah, I was listening to so and so today. You probably look at her like, the hell? Word?
It's like it's crazy how we get down with music. It's like she's so caught up with music overall that she forgets about hip hop sometimes.
Right.
Like, and I'm like, yo, check out this. And when she hears some new hip hop, she'll just straight up critique it. Like,
right.
Yo, da da da. And then she'll just come up like, yeah, so he sampled this. And she'll pull out the break where it came like, whoa. Yeah. So what group was that again?
Right. That's so ill, dog. Yo, Shay, man, it's been an honor to kick it with you finally, man. And we got to do this more often for real, man.
Yes,
we just get together and kick it,
sir.
especially when you come to the state.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And thank you for letting me be a part of this, brother. Thank you.
Hey, man. Hey, thank you. Thank you for doing what you do. So, yeah, man, we get ready to close it out. And want to say thank you for everybody who was watching and listening and being a part. And we're going to have contact information for Shade so you can get in contact with this dude and, you know, buy some beats, buy his old beat tapes and help this man out. Because, you know, hey, we got bills to pay. We got families to feed.
Not easy.
Exactly.
Not easy.
So once again, dude, thanks. I really appreciate you being with us, and I appreciate you guys for hanging with us. And on that note, we will talk to you next time. See ya.
Peace.